Happy Friday. I don't think this is being posted. Friday is a daily planner app that I'm going to review in this video. Let's just review it. No more A-roll. Happy Friday, everyone. This application is really probably the cheapest app I've seen in this sphere. So when we look at anything like Akiflow or Sunsama, they're 15, 20 bucks a month. This is Friday, and while it is a little bit more catered towards teams, as you can see, I mean, it's $4 a month for an individual plan, and when we get in there, you'll see how absolutely great that is regarding the amount of functionality it has. So diving right into the application itself, there are a myriad of things that you can do with this. So obviously there are basic functionalities that you can have in any sort of planner, but we're gonna focus on the individual side of things. So this home area is something where you can pretty much add anything that you want regarding different widgets. And if we go here, we can browse into the different things. So we can have different goals, values, employee maps, text editors, and I personally want to get started off by setting this workspace up by connecting my task apps and calendar. So if we go connect here, automatically move uncompleted tasks to the next workday. That could be a good option, but I'm gonna add, as you can see, there is Notion, there is Todoist, there is OneDrive. There are so many different things that this thing connects with. So it's a really solid daily planner app just for the fact that it has Notion in it in general, because Notion. So if we go connect here and press select pages, if you want to be sure of whatever it is, you can always paste in the link here. So I'm going to paste in the link to my task and event and then press allow access. And then after that, what we can do is we can press connect to Google Calendar or an Outlook calendar. So I'm going to connect my Google Calendar. And as you can see, it brings up what I have on my Google Calendar here. As can be seen from the Friday application for Notion, you'll get a mixed access so that it can read the content, but it can't insert or update content with that integration actually. So what we're going to do is actually go back to the Todoist one, and then you have the option to install a Chrome extension as well. So as can be seen now that we have synced up Todoist, there is actually the option to see what tasks we have. So if I move this to today, it'll take this area in the planner section, and you can interact with one of these by dragging it into something like, as you can see on my calendar, I have my different deep work sessions and whatnot. So I have like a Dimitri RP session right now. So I would want to call it record Friday video. And then I have the option to do things like make it recurring, set the time. So I want to set this to be an hour and a half so I can get multiple videos in. And as you can see here, it makes this for me on a calendar event. And not only from different applications, but just within the app itself, what I can do is actually add something to the agenda. So I could add something like focus time, tasks, breaks, or check-ins. So if I did something like focus time, for example, I could do that same time frame. So let's do 12 p.m. Actually, if I go back here and I want to just set a focus time to 12 p.m. to 1:30, I could add different sites. So I'll say I wanted to block twitter.com. Not that I really go on that. What you have to do in order to make that happen is actually install the Chrome extension. So if I go to the Chrome extension, add it to Brave, and then went back to here. So if I went and added a focus timer, I could set the site to twitter.com, and I can have the option to actually have this connect with something like Slack or this calendar that I have that admin as Rise Productive, so that would show up on my Google Calendar. So if I press this and press save and go to my Google Calendar, you'll actually see that it comes through to the Google Calendar from the Friday app. So I can actually delete this if I wanted to. But this is a really nice two-way sync with Google Calendar. You'll see that actually with the Chrome extension, what happens is if I open up a new tab, it shows me what I got going on by default rather than the new tab. Now, as mentioned earlier, there are a bunch of different integrations here. And what this has in comparison to some other ones is it actually has Microsoft Teams integrations, which is really nice. If you get check-ins and notifications from Slack, Teams, or anything else like that, it is really nice to have with your task management so that you can see the team communication that you'll have. And that's why this is actually considered a very good team application. On the homepage, you'll have the option to go through a bunch of different widgets. And what's actually good here is that you can add different goals for yourself. So if I go here, you don't have any active goals. So if I create a goal, say I wanted to say make 300 videos this year. This is an actual true one. I'm gonna start here and then end it on December 31st or January 1st of next year. So what you can do is you can set a metric, right? So I can set this to being the initial number. How many have we made this year so far? I think it's, if we've done 2 months, that's 16 posts when I'm creating this, then that would be 32 so far. And we're trying to hit 300 by the end of the year. So then what I can do is on the home page is I could add a goal widget to make 300 this year. And then I could add an update and be like, okay, we were at 32, need to make 300. So we have 299 days left to hit that 268 goal. We could actually put a bunch of nice little quick links here. So we could put affiliate links, Notion automations, put that in here, and then I could save the changes. So for example, if you just wanted to access something really quickly for people, I could even add something like my PayPal link here. So I don't have to deal with this. If this was my go-to daily planner on my homepage of that, I could have all the quick links needed. And then say I could, for example, have this rich text here. So I could just take down random notes for the day. But this is exactly what the homepage is for. It's just to have a sort of centralized area of all the different things that are going on. And then the planner area is more your task action center with what your calendar looks like and what tasks you have to do at certain times. Now, something else that you can do is you'll see when you click on here in this agenda is you can actually add a check-in or a break. So check-ins are right here, and you can have a bunch of different ones that you'll see from the templates, or you can create one from scratch. So this is something that'll be great for team check-ins, a daily stand-up meeting, keep your team in the loop on what you're working on. What did you accomplish yesterday? So then if you use this guy and press publish, just do daily stand-up, and let's add the first entry now to show what I accomplished yesterday. Then press that complete update. And that's an example of something where you can keep track of what's going on with your team consistently. And that's something that's pretty nice. As you saw earlier, there's actually the option to add different people to it. So in the participant section, you could add other people to assign these forms, and then managers would actually really be able to just see an easier level of documentation for what's going on with their team. And you'll be able to see stuff like that in the report section. So in this, you'll see that there are check-ins that you can look at, tasks completed. You can actually change the logo, favicon, and the colors on Friday. And if you upgrade, you can actually do complete custom branding with this application. And for teams, what's nice here is the fact that you can create posts. So you can create different meeting notes, ideas, announcements with your team so that it's something nice to interact with the same ecosystem. And this feed would showcase the latest activity of what's going on with things like your daily stand-up and the other posts that you have going on. So if I were to create a meeting notes here, an example, meeting note, a meeting about a meeting, then press share post, I'm the CEO, and I could send the direct message on Slack with this. I could send it to a channel with Slack, press publish post, and then if I go to the feed here, it would show up right there. A meeting about a meeting. If you like this video and want to see any more on how to improve your productivity, click this, click it, click.